You stole my heart, you intercepted it. Now you're gone, have to accept it. Did I meet your mom too soon? Or did I do what I always do? Yeah, we made it to the 50, and then you kissed me. We made it to the 40, a new love story. We made it to the 30, and you did me dirty right then. You put the end in tight end, and as I touched down, just like you in a game, I'm in another town, and nothing feels the same. Wish I could go back when we met that day. Oh, whoa, and throw a flag on the play.
German sips with a grin so wide. Pogs on the table can't hide his pride. Creator in the corner starts to glare. Madness sparks and hate fills the air. Stack 'em high, a tower of luck. Germans winning, it feels like pluck. Alice Matt's fury, a brewing storm. Visions of pogs in every form. Pogs are spinning, tables turning. Alice Matt's eyes with fierce fire burning. Germans' laughter echoes loud in a world that's pog-bound proud. Matt sees and he's mad insane. Eyes on fire, can't take the strain. Pogs and pieces drive him to pain. His patience snapping like an old chain. Matt sees and he's mad insane. Eyes on fire, can't take the strain. Pogs and pieces drive him to pain. His patience snapping like an old chain. Du stiger Willen, Entenmann. Du stiger Willen, Entenmann. Alas, mud fumes can't take no more. Pogs and slammers hit the floor. It's not about the game you see, it's about what fun could be. Du stiger Willen, Entenmann. Du stiger Willen, Entenmann. Du stiger Willen, Entenmann. Du stiger Willen, Entenmann.
You guys want to go get some D-E-S-S-E-R-T? Yeah, dude, I need me a T-R-E-A-T. What you guys talking about? Yeah, why did you guys just spell dessert? No, shut up! Don't say it! Why? Oh god, how do we tell you this? Simon can't spell. What? He can't spell, so when we talk about something he wants, we spell it out loud so he doesn't get too excited. He's a grown man. He can't handle hearing the word treat? Treat? No treat. Treat? No treat. Treat? No treat. Oh. Okay, what is happening? We told you he gets excited when he hears the word T-R-E-A-T. What you talking about? Taxes. Oh, shucks. What, so you guys just treat him like a toddler? Treat? No treat. Treat? No treat. Treat? No treat. Oh. Dude, you gotta spell if you're talking about F-O-O-D. Okay, so are we getting an S-N-A-C-K? Snack? Oh, come on, man. Dude, really? Oh, come on, I spelled it. Well, he knows how to spell snack. So he can spell snack, but he can't spell treat? Treat? No treat. Treat? No treat. Treat? No treat. God damn it. Okay, he's getting fussy. It's time for an N-A-P. Yeah. What does N-A-P spell? Party.
I can't sleep, 'cause it's burning deep inside, like gasoline on fire running wild. No more fear, 'cause I'm getting closer now. So hungry, but I like it anyhow. I go faster and faster and faster and faster and faster and faster and faster.
There's a lot of shit talking in the chat. I see it. Don't think I don't see it. I see it. I know you see black right now. Don't worry. I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix it. See, there I am. See now I'm on this angle, but I'm going back to my regular angle. There we go. The real angle. And I'm seeing a lot of shit talking in the chat. By all people, Kissifus. I see what you're doing, Kissy. I see very clearly what you're doing. All right? I see it. And don't think for a second that you're getting off scot-free because you're not. You're absolutely not. I don't work at Staples. I told you people that. I have never set foot in Staples except as a customer. Every time. Every time. So can you please stop with the fake news? Like, work at Staples. Stop listening to KSS. He's a real terrorist tonight. Every time. Oh, my mic? There we go. Now I'm loud because I can tell because I'm entering the red zone of the auto meter. So yeah, I'm in the red zone. Let me say hi quickly to the chat. Besides KSS, besides him, and of course Colors, besides her because she's in the band zone. But Trojan Mandy, how you doing, Trojan Mandy? Welcome. Welcome to wait. What do you say? Many people will handle their own pet D words, or geese will contract salmonella infections every year. Well, that's not good. And there's Jabba with the LOL. Stop it, Jabba with the LOL. I'm trying to read the chat, Jabba. Stop it. Stop it. Guys, if Jabba continues with the LOL ban, oh, I see Tommy's doing it too. Tommy, oh, he not just did the LOL, he did the raffle too. Okay, I want Tommy and Javage banned. Well, they already are on the ban zone, but still, don't reply to them. At them, they're exiled. They're banned. Tech Zombies in the chat. How you doing, Tech Zombie? Bear BC's in the chat. What's up, Bear BC? Good seeing you there. Monkey King of Delandia. Unfortunately, Monkey King has the hardest job of all of us. He streams with Timothy. I don't wish that on anybody. So shout out to you, Monkey King, for taking one for the team. You took one for the team, and I appreciate that. You're a good man, Monkey King. Not Timothy, but you, Monkey King. You're the goat. Shout out to you. Sark is in the chat. What's up, Sark? How you doing? Some of y'all complained about the ads, so I took out the monetization, so there's no ads now for the rest of the show. So you're welcome. I guess I'll work on pennies to the dollar for you people. I know that's Primathor. He's in the chat. He'll be joining us later, I guess. Once I unmute myself from Discord, then he'll join us. Did I say hi to everybody? I think I did. I think I said hi to everybody, right? Yeah, I did. If I didn't, oh yeah, Brian Chris got in the chat. He just came and went. He's a jerk. But he asked. Let me answer his question. If I can find it. He asked, he says, I used to love the green slime when I was a kid, but isn't Sonny Shiba in this? Why didn't they just let him kick all these mobs' ass? Because he wasn't in this, Brian. He wasn't in this movie. Actually, it's funny. And I'll jump on that. So when I first saw this movie, let me pull up the window. Let me put up the window here. Okay, wait. Okay. So back in New York, I don't know if this was a national thing, but in New York, when I was growing up, WWR TV, which was Channel 9. What's going on, Matthew? Correct author, I see you. Where should I get a trailer for my Kickstarter? I guess you could find someone to make you a trailer. It's there's a lot of people that do trailers, so yeah, absolutely. People there are a lot of people. I mean, I can do trailers, but that's a whole other conversation. But back in the mid to late '80s, WWR TV Channel 9 in New York before it became UPN 9, they used to every Saturday at midnight. They used to have a thing called Fright Night. And let me show you guys the trailer, the bumper for Fright Night. This will bring back memories. Oh, that was Lady Shadow Man. Bless you, baby. Okay, so let me just move this thing a little bit here. Hold on, let me look up for it. There we go. Okay. So I'll have to figure out a way to. There we go. Okay. Okay, cool. So there we go. Awesome. Okay. So this is when they showed Ghoulies, but this is the trailer, not the trailer, the bumper for Fright Night. Let me open up my desktop audio on my OBS. And here we go. Let's play it. Or not. Or not. Yeah, so that would play. Oh, damn. I gotta get a new mouse. There Here we go. Okay. So that would play every Saturday at midnight. And I saw The Hound of the Baskervilles. I saw Ghoulies. And this is also where I saw The Green Slime for the first time. So Kaya says, Fright Night, you're so cool, Brewster. No, that's the movie, which is also cool. That movie is in my top 5 vampire films of all time. But Fright Night was a midnight, Saturday at midnight showing of horror movies that WRTV Channel 9 in New York would show. And it was the first time that I saw The Green Slime. And what's funny is that I kind of Mandela affected myself because when I first saw it, I had it in my head that there were some Japanese actors in the movie. And then when I finally got to see it again on TNT's Monster Vision, who remembers TNT Monster Vision, by the way? Who in the chat? You guys remember TNT Monster Vision? The good old days when every Saturday night you could turn on TNT and you could see like a whole cool marathon of horror monster movies and sci-fi films. Like they would do a trailer for like the Ray Harryhausen movies, or they would do like a marathon of the Godzilla films, specifically the Godzilla films. They do a separate one for the Toho, other Toho non-Godzilla films. Um, well, Monster Vision was when I saw Green Slime again, since I had seen it the first time on Fright Night on WOR-TV Channel 9 in New York. So I got to see it again, and then when I saw it, I was like, "Wait, where are all the Japanese actors at?" And then I realized, wait a minute, I Mandela affected myself. For some reason, I had thought that I had seen Japanese actors, but there are none. And I think the confusion is because this movie is a Japanese American co-production. I think Toei is the financiers for the movie, and they released it in Japan. Uh, they distributed it out there. Toei, by the way, has some. I heard that Toei has some Yakuza connections, but you didn't hear from me. But Tommy says driving on T. Yeah, Joe Bob Briggs is driving. Yeah, Joe Bob Briggs is awesome. Um, but yeah, this is the my copy of the Green Slime on DVD. But there are no Japanese actors, but it is a Japanese co-production. The director of the movie was Kinji Fukasaku. He directed 2 movies, The Black Lizard and Black Rose, which I think are like spy movies in Japan. Spy movies were big in Japan during the 60s and 70s because of the James Bond craze. So they did their own spy movies, one of which was purchased by Woody Allen and became What's Up Tiger Lily in the United States as a comedy. That's a whole other thing, but which I enjoyed, but that's a whole other thing. But yeah, spy movies were huge in Japan. So Keiji Fukusaki did this is his first like, sci-fi monster movie, not necessarily a kaiju movie because they're man-sized and kaiju's are really like giant monsters. But Mazepana says that's beautiful cover art. By the way, it's too bad you don't really see that much of the type of artwork on cover and poster art for films as often. I agree, Mazepana. Like cover arts are lost art. Like movies today, their poster art sucks. Absolutely sucks. Like it, like if you see a horror film and you see the poster art, it's always like the actors' faces in the cover. It's like, well, that's kind of boring. That's absolutely boring. It's shit. Like film covers and movie posters are shit today. The 80s had some of the best film covers for genre movies. Like the film cover is so good that they were often better than the movies. The best example was 1987's not no 1986's Chopping Mall, aka Killbots. The cover had like a robotic hand holding a shopping bag with chopped up body parts on the cover. But then when you see the movie, it's just like robots like look like Johnny Five shooting people. Not as gory as the box depicted. But it was still fun though. Like it was just part of the charm. But yeah, this has like a very retro sci-fi art. This is very like the style that you see prevalent in the 60s sci-fi magazines. That's why I like it. Um, but yeah, this is like a fun movie. And I'll talk about it as I draw. So we're gonna like do more conversations about the movie as I draw. I know that the last few streams I kind of deviated a bit with other conversations and having 2 retards Arnold and Primathor redirecting it to like stuff that people don't even know about, like I don't even know about. So we're gonna stick to the topic of the movie, maybe deviate about other movies, because I want to inspire you guys because you like horror movies. Monkey King says Chopping Mall. Yeah, Chopping Mall, also known as Killbots. It's about a group of teenagers that get trapped in a mall, and these killer robots malfunction, and they start hunting these people. Um, it's a weird movie. They market it as a horror film, but it's really like a cheap sci-fi movie. When you get a chance, look at it, look at the cover art. The cover art is phenomenal, but it's not accurate to what the movie's actually about. So, um, Chopping Mall is a classic schlock movie, says KS says. Yes, yeah. I mean, I don't want to say I enjoyed it, but some people do. I think I enjoyed it less because I expected what the cover art promised, and that didn't happen. But it's an enjoyable film. I can kind of admit that. But yeah, so this is my copy of the Green Slime. I love the artwork on this. And back in Heroes Con last year I got this action figure of the Green Slime, and they overpriced this thing though because they know people want this, and it's not like there's a whole demand of Green Slime action figures. I forgot which company produced it, but it's the same company that produced this monster from Humanoids from the Deep with Doug McClure. Humanoids from the Deep, by the way, was a let me see if I can fix this. There we go. Humanoids from the Deep was a video nasty, and I won't get too much into it because we're talking about the Green Slime, and the Green Slime was not a video nasty. There we go, nice and clear. So this was from the Humanoids from the Deep movie with Doug McClure, which was a video nasty. A movie that does belong in that list. There's a lot of movies on the video nasties list that don't really belong there. Kind of tame. But that movie definitely does belong there. But I'll probably do that in a later stream. But yeah, I got this figure. They charged me an arm and a leg, but I have to have it. I have to have the Green Slime in my collection, and I absolutely love it. Uh, let's see. Trojan Mandy says that Green Slime blooming in the Squeakle is just D-word weed. D-word weed is a tiny, fast-growing, tree-floating aquatic plant, often mistaken for green algae or pond slime. Yeah, the Japanese, when they make their monsters, they usually base it on actual already existing organic things like plants or other animals. So that's a nice little bit of trivia there. Vidzinger says, I'm aware of spy movies being in Japan, which explains Gogo 13 and Spy X Family. Yeah, they love their spy movies in Japan. Totally. KSS says, the green slime? You should have started from Yogaba Gaba. This is the green slime, KSS. This you can clearly see on the box cover. It's the same monster. Stop rerun the check. Chizzy! Stop it. Frickin' stop it. Monkey King says, I used to collect movie posters for the past 20 years. I only stopped 2 years ago as they started being boring and I ran out of space and enthusiasm with modern movies. Same. The modern posters suck ass. Like, totally suck ass. Completely. So I am in the same boat. Totally. So, uh, Kissifus says, D-word weed, D-word weed, and just like that, we get a new nickname for Eliza. No, that's not my nickname, Kissifus. I have a name. I keep telling you people, I am this generation's Todd McFarlane. This is not how you treat him, right? So why do you treat me that way? Why is the inconsistency there? Complete inconsistency by you people. 100%. Not injured, but I strained my back today shoveling snow. I made some money, by the way, shoveling snow for somebody. And this is after I told them I didn't have to get paid. Our guy would do it for free, but they insisted I get paid. So I made some good money shoveling snow. So I feel accomplished. I feel like I helped somebody and I made some money to buy me a coffee or something or whatever, just to feel important for you people. If you don't feel that way, go ahead for yourselves. I don't care. I really don't care about what you think about me. I'm important. I'm as important as Todd McFarlane is. And the universe agrees with me too, by the way. So I'm important. Oh crap, I did drop one picture there. I'm very important. You people think I'm not, but I really am. I matter. I absolutely matter. And that's why you're here, because you know I matter. You know that I'm an influence in your life. And you know one day you're gonna tell your kids about a last mat. And they're gonna want to seek my stuff. So you remember this day. Remember this day. Remember that I am not. Hey, it says get your mind out of the gutter. It's not a Finatra stream. I actually produce here. I produce. I don't have retards on panel, and well, actually, I do. You know what? Never mind. I kind of do. So I just owned myself. So anyway, so yes, I am going to be doing the green slime, and we're going to be drawing that, and I'll talk more about the movies I draw, so that way it's not complete and utter silence. And have my panelists. Are my still? Yeah. Oh wait. I got a guest. Holy crap! Wait, it's been a minute. Wait, hold on. Let me. It's been a minute. Wait. All right. I gotta bring him back in. Hold on. He's here. He's finally
You
here.
know what they say, nobody gives a hummer like a gummer.
Yes, now I can hear you.
Let me get his avatar. Okay. Okay. It's the wait. Shit. It's the mood of hell. Say hi, mood of hell.
Hello.
We
Good
have him, guys.
evening,
He's
good
he's finally here.
morning here in Germany.
Ah, good morning, guten Tag,
Guten Morgen.
guten Morgen. Yes, I'll accept that. So yes, says it's Helmut. He's back. He's here. My co-host is here. So
Yeah,
have you ever seen
in all my
the green?
glory.
Have you ever seen the green slime, Mutafel?
No, not exactly. I saw the creatures here and there, and
Okay.
they kind of look pretty cool, but not the movie per se.
Yeah, they are kind of cool. They really are cool. I mean, they some people argue they're silly looking, but it's a sci-fi movie, so it's sci-fi movie from the '60s. Although 1968 did produce some really good sci-fi films. That was when Planet of the Apes had came out, so that was a thing. Um, I think 2001: Space Odyssey had already come out. So as a sci-fi film, it's not like high tier by any stretch of the imagination, but but excuse me, but it's still fun though.
Oh, doesn't have to be always a high tier movie.
No, it doesn't.
The B movies are fun too.
Yes, totally, totally.
And the creature design reminded me always of that one real Ghostbusters ghost figure I had as a kid.
Hmm.
And it looked almost like the green slime creature, but it was blue.
Huh.
And
You know,
it did squirt water.
those Ghostbuster figures are pretty dope though.
Still, yeah, they really hold up
Yeah, yeah.
and stand the test of time. They are still good. I had the Egan one, the who you can do the scared emotion with. Know what I mean? They put the Ghostbusters as action figures out with a switch
Yeah,
and
yeah. The ones that made the eyes pop out.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly those.
yeah,
And I had the Egan one, and I had the Marshmallow Man, and that ghost who almost kind of looked like the green mold creature or green slime, better.
okay. Yeah, I gotta look that up because some of those figures are pretty dope. Those figures, they're kind of dope. I like them a lot. Like the cartoon did produce a lot of good looking monsters. So that's that. But yeah. So I guess you should check out the Green Slime. Um, it's got some very cheesy effects, but it is a Japanese co-production, so you kind of have to expect the kind of effects that they did come out with. But it had a very interesting human story. Like a lot of these like monster movies, they just have these generic human characters, and it's just a fill just to get the plot move along, so they can bring in the monster, and then you have all the bloodshed and everything. Uh, but it had some interesting human story. So you have uh Richard, I think it's Richard Jackal's name, right? No, it's yeah, Richard Jackal. Richard Jackal. Um, who by the way, oh no, I'm sorry, it's Robert Horton. So Robert Horton, he plays a character named Commander Elliot, right? He's the captain of a ship in outer space, and he gets the orders that there's he gets the news that there's a meteor about to hit Earth, right? So the base that sends out another commanding officer played by Robert Horton. Robert Horton. Someone in the chat said Robert Horton is the guy that was in Rag and Train. So yeah, no, Robert Horton's back in Richard Jackal. I'm sorry, Richard Jackal is the guy they send out to help Robert Horton. Richard Jackal was in the Dirty Dozen and Starman, so he has some interesting star power here in the movie. So there's like a dichotomy, some kind of like a rivalry between the two captains over the ship, and there's also a girl involved too. Her name is Lisa. She's played by Luciana Paluzzi, who's done a couple of other Japanese movies, but nothing in terms of like major starring roles like this one. Like she's done a couple of like cameos. There was a lot of American actors that did Japanese movies back in the '60s. Um, as a matter of fact, I think it was this movie or was it I can't remember if it was this movie or uh, the X from Outer Space, but Linda Gleason, who plays I forgot her character's name, but she was in uh King Kong Escapes. She was the blonde in King Kong Escapes, the one that Kong falls for, and she had a cameo. I think it was this movie. I think she had a cameo in this movie. It's one of those blink and you miss it kind of thing. But there was a thing where a lot of American actors would stay in Japan and get starring roles in or would play like supporting roles in Japanese science fiction fantasy movies. So, but this is one of those movies where like, despite it being a Japanese co-production, it was entirely Americans that were playing the roles in this movie. So you had that, and I had perfected myself thinking that there was Japanese actors in this movie, but no, there's no Japanese actors. It's all American. It did get dubbed in Japanese when it was released in Japan, but no, this is all American actors, and some of the actors were dubbed and you could recognize some of the voices of those that did like the sci-fi horror martial art movies. Well, not the set, not the Omni production, but there was like another company. I think it was I forget which company it was. There was another company that was licensed by the Japanese studios that did the dubbing. So, uh, feel free, by the way, to read the chat while I'm babbling because as I talk about the movie and draw, I mean, I can what do you call it? I can multitask. I'm not that good though, so I'm good, but I'm not that good. Would have helped. So the chat needs. Yeah,
Um, yeah, let me.
he's trying to find his footing.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird biological facts about duckweed from Trojan Mandy.
Okay, this movie's not about. Well, actually, no. The whole duckweed thing happened because they said that the creatures look like it was inspired by duckweed. So okay, I will allow it. I will allow that conversation because it was inspired by the green slime. Um, but let me read this one comment from Kissivus. Robert Horton was in Wagon Train. I said that he was Flint on Wagon Train. Oh, congrats, Kissy. Congrats. Anyway, so yeah, there was a lot of Americans working in Japan specifically so they can do these Japanese movies. And I have a book in my library here where they interview some of these actors and how much fun they had being in Japan doing these movies. So
It's
fun fact
almost
about.
like in the 60s, the American actors found their footing in international cinemas,
Oh yeah.
especially Japan, but also the whole Italo-Western craze started in the 60s.
Hmm.
And a lot of American actors, most prominently guys like Lee Van Cleef,
Hmm.
found their footing back into acting
Yeah.
in Italo-Western movies.
Yes.
So it's an equal story, I guess. And some Americans took the opportunity to work in monster movies in Japan, and others worked in Western movies in Italy. Or better, they mostly shot their movies in Almeria in I guess Spain
Yeah,
and
the international
in
market was
Rome.
big for movies. It still
Yeah,
is. And I talk about this on my Indie Comic Outliers streams, but international market for entertainment is huge. And people get confused about why, like for example, manga is overtaking American comics. Well, it's a big market, and they know what the audience wants. Unlike American comics, which ignores what the audience wants, specifically their male audience.
it's funny that there were times in international cinema when foreign countries took deeply American topics like westerns or
Mhm.
alien movies and made it kind of their own.
Yeah,
And then the Americans came over to star in their movies. That's
yeah,
a very interesting story, and a good sign for international cooperation in cinema. which
Hmm.
should happen still today, but kind of doesn't.
Yeah, it does it now. It's a different market now, different climate for films now. So uh, yeah, it's not as fun anymore. Like films aren't really fun. Very few movies are fun.
Yeah,
Very few.
I I think that's lacking today. I read the biography of two Italian actors who got famous through the Italo Western
Hmm.
movies,
Yeah,
and they told their stories. What happened on the sets on those Italo Western movies, and how was the mood, and what they did, and they had a lot of fun there,
yeah,
uh, almost unimaginable. And also the American stars there, like Lee Van Cleef, had a lot of fun there, and oftentimes said those sets were way better than the sets in America
yeah,
from the mood
yeah.
alone. And those two actors, by the way, were Terence Hill and Bud Spencer, two of my all-time greats. Very good actors in Italo Western movies, but also in comedic movies. They are kind of legends here in Germany and especially in Italy. You should
Nice.
look them up. Pretty dope guys. Brian Christgau knows them for sure.
Okay. Nice.
And really good guys, and they told a lot of stories what happened on those sets, and I think that's kind of lacking today, the fun and the lightheartedness in
Right.
of making movies.
Coach Mandy says, despite its unappealing appearance, duckweed is sometimes referred to as duck meat due to its potential as a high protein human food source. That's an interesting fact. I
Ugh.
didn't know that.
That stuff looks like puke.
Duckweed does?
Yeah, like green puke.
I
Okay,
actually,
SSS asks Franco Nero. Yeah, Franco Nero is also another one big star in Italo Western movies, kind of a legend in European movies. Still alive, nice guy. You know Franco Nero, Elasmit, don't you?
I believe I do. I've heard the name before.
I
Yeah.
was one of the bad guys in Die Hard 2.
Oh, okay, okay. I haven't seen Die Hard 2 in a minute, but I have a copy of the 35 millimeter transfer of Die Hard 2, so I gotta put that on disc and watch it.
He was the terrorist they tried to free in the
Okay.
plane. Yeti guy, significant face.
Yeah, I'll have to watch it. I believe you. I believe it. I just have to watch it. So yeah. Uh, totally.
Yeah, and monster movies also were a big thing then in the 80s in Italy. They
Yeah.
jumped from Western movies right into the horror genre.
Well, the 80s was interesting because in the 80s it had like the video nasties list, which was big in, well, not big, but it was notorious in the UK. So a lot of movies got banned from the UK due to the what they called excessive violence and sex. Now, some of those movies on that list deserve to be there. Some of them did not. I thought they were kind of tame, but yeah, it was a very interesting list, so to speak. So I'm pretty sure, like in Germany, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure in Germany, a lot of those movies that were on the video nasties were available there.
Yeah, the black market of VHSs was pretty big in Germany,
Yeah.
and you almost got everything uncensored. Officially,
Yes.
it was they only sold them censored or not even censored. You couldn't get them, but through Austria and Switzerland, who were way more liberal with those kind of movies,
Right.
you could get almost everything here in Germany, and we did. My first Evil Dead DVD
Right.
was from Switzerland because we couldn't get it uncensored
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. 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 Totally. Yes, it was a very interesting time in the 80s for like the European market. And I'm pretty sure like there was a lot of people from the UK getting those underground tapes of those banned movies. So and yeah, there was a lot of maybe for lack of a better word, ingenuity with the movies. Even the ones that were kind of like shitty, there was still some ingenuity there.
Oh, I wouldn't say shitty per se. Especially a lot of those Italian horror movies were pretty well made.
No, no, no.
Good,
Those
good.
those were definitely good. Like the Dario Argento, Mario Bava, also Lamberto Bava. Like a lot of those movies
Lucio
were fun.
Fulci.
What's that?
Lucio Fulci was an awesome guy. Did awesome horror movies.
Yeah, the first movie that I ever saw Fucci was House by the Cemetery. One of my siblings rented it on VHS, and then one day I just put the tape on and was watching a little bit of it. And the scene where the mother's head gets chopped off and rolled down the stairs, I had to turn away. And then my mom starts yelling at my sister, like, "Why are you leaving this movie out for this kid to watch it?" So, and
What
I had
one
that scene in
one
my
of
head the whole time, all these years. And then when I finally saw it, I'm like, well, that kind of not tame, but it's like, okay, well, it's kind of silly, but I can see why it frightened me as a kid. So,
I have almost the same story with the Lucio Fulci movie, but it was City of the Living Dead for me.
mm-mm,
That movie was frightening, and I think I was 14 years old when I saw it the first time, and my parents were on vacation in Italy visiting family members, and
yeah.
I was alone with my sister
Hmm.
and my grandparents, and I could almost do what I wanted because I was my separate part of the house. So an older friend brought the VHS,
Yeah.
and I watched it alone in the night, and I almost shat myself.
Mhm.
I was so horrified by that movie.
Well, that was your mistake. You watched it alone alone at night. So, oh man,
Yeah, and to this day, it's a masterpiece for me because it scared me this much,
I
and
have a question in the
the
chat
whole
from.
composition was good.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But yeah, that's the thing. Like movies that scare you, they kind of stay with you. So I understand that totally. Same with Demons. Like when I saw a clip of Demons as a kid, that scared the shit out of me. But I always kept that in my head for a long time until I finally saw it again in 1997. And that movie still scared me even then, but like I liked it, so it became one of my favorites because of it. Trojan Man has a question. He said, "Last man, are you more of a common D word weed or a lesser D word weed guy?" I don't even know. I never got a chance, Trojan Mandy. I need to have a chance first. Can I get a chance to try that first before I can answer that question? It's not wrong of me, Wood of Hell.
No, it's fascinating reading the chat right now because Trojan Mandy has a lot of biological facts for us, and he's right about the German words for duckweed, Wasserlinse or Entengrütze. I know those words. It's true. I don't
What is
know where he got his facts from, but they are legit. And also, Kissy seems to be someone who knows Italo-Western movies very well.
Oh, yeah, so I saw someone commenting about Lee
Interesting.
Van Cleef. Yeah, Lee Van Cleef loves spaghetti westerns. Yeah, I first saw Lee Van Cleef in the two of the three Man with No Name movies. He did Fistful of Dollars. No, he did
A
first
few
$2
dollars more.
more, and then
Yeah.
The Good, Bad, and the Ugly.
He
Was
has
that?
this iconic scene with Klaus Kinski in that movie,
Yes, I forgot he was
where
in
he
that movie.
lit his cigar on Klaus Kinski. He plays a hunchback bad guy
Hmm.
on the hunchback of Klaus Kinski, and they duel each other in a very short manner. But
Yeah,
it's such an iconic scene.
I forgot. Yeah, Klaus Kinski was great. He was great in that. He didn't have any lines though, but he was great in that movie though.
Kinski is almost great in every movie he starred in.
Yeah,
Even in those really crappy ones, but that guy was awesome. He
he
was
was. Yeah.
batshit insane,
Hmm.
maybe full of drugs,
Yeah,
some suggested.
lots of drugs.
Uh, but an awesome actor. One of the great German actors.
Yes, he absolutely was. Like, and you're right. Like, he could do a shitty movie, and you're fascinated with him because he's just that much of a very fascinating personality as an actor. Like,
Yeah,
I
he
have you
has.
ever seen the documentary My Best Fiend, Werner Herzog?
Yeah, about the work of Werner Herzog
Yeah,
with Klaus Kinski.
yeah.
Yeah, I saw that, and
I
it
watched
was
that documentary
amusing
many
for
times.
me,
Mhm.
but it was not as much as amusing for Werner Herzog, who had to
Yeah.
deal with a very erratic Klaus
Yes. Yes, he
Kinski.
did. Yeah. But it's funny because at the end of the documentary, you got this feeling that yeah, he definitely misses him. Like he misses the chaos.
Yeah, yeah. And so some actors who worked with Kinski said that he was in private when he was sober quite
Hmm.
the opposite from what he portrayed to
Yeah.
the public. A very nice and quiet guy,
Hmm.
and I guess he had some mental problems.
Yeah. He definitely had his share of demons for sure.
Yeah, and the drugs. I think the combination wasn't very good for him and his health. He died in the early 90s, I think. 93 or 94 he died.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had his demons, but he was an awesome actor.
Yeah. Yeah. Klaus Kinski never did a Japanese sci-fi movie though, so there's a gaping hole there.
That
It's
would
not.
have been cool. Imagine Kinski in a Japanese monster
Oh my
movie.
goodness, the stories that would have came out about him and how him and he would argue with the Japanese director. That would have been a great story to hear about. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Kinski, yeah. We have very few actors here in Germany who made it international,
Yeah.
and Kinski was one of them and one of the early ones.
Right. Yeah, yeah, I believe that. He was a very versatile actor. Not much is really said about Kinski in terms of his acting ability. Like that was pretty good.
Yeah, he was. And he starred also in a few horror movies.
Yes, including Nosferatu, which I always tell people it's marketed as a horror film, but when you watch it, it's not really like traditional horror film. It's more of like an art house movie. But
It is an art house movie, yeah.
yeah, but I still recommend it. Like I say, you know what, go check it out because it is a for what it's worth, it's a beautiful movie. How it's made, pacing, the acting, it's one of those movies that's like you have to watch it to appreciate it.
Yeah, and he spun also the art house part uh, into the Nosferatu in Venice movie. I don't
Okay,
know
so
if you have ever heard about that.
which one?
Nosferatu in Venice?
Oh, yeah. I did see that, and I was like, wait, this is it's not really a traditional sequel. At least not that I know of, because I watched it. I was like, yeah, this is aside from Kinski, it doesn't have any real relation to the Herzog movie.
No, no.
Yeah. Hey, Kinski asks, why is it called the green? Oh, yeah, he asked, why is it called the green slime? They don't look like slime. Okay, so he asked, why are they called the green slime? Because when they're first, okay, so the movie starts out with this meteor that's headed to Earth. So Robert Horton's character, Commander Elliot, is tasked. Well, he's running a space station, but it's actually Richard Jackal's character, Commander. I forgot his character's name, but uh, he goes into the spaceship where they're at, and they lead a team to try to destroy the meteor. But what they do is I think they plant bombs on the meteor, but in doing so, their stuff comes across the clothing, comes in contact with this slime, this green slime. So then they blow up the meteor, right? Job well done, and they go into this decontamination room, which is what you do after you enter an alien service. You want to make sure that all of whatever has come in contact with you is decontaminated. Well, the green slime on their outfits feeds off on the energy, so it causes that slime, literal slime, to turn into like these giant man-sized monsters. So that's why it's called the green slime. So that there literally is green slime in the movie, and not the scholastic kind, not that kind of slime. And the slime becomes these tentacled monsters. The monsters are played by actors in suits, so it's got suitmation. Some people make fun of that, but and I'm not saying the special effects is movie are really good. Like there's some pretty schlocky amateur special effects in the movie. Like I like the miniature work in terms of like the spaceships, but some of the shots where they're fighting the monsters and it's like they're outside, they're in space and what have you. There's a couple of shots where you see like the miniature monsters and it looks very goofy. It's very goofy. So, you kind of have to appreciate what it is. It's a sci-fi movie with the one purpose of showing you these cool monsters and lots of action. But it has a very interesting subplot with the two captains, their rivalry, and the girl that's in the middle of that. Not so much the girl, but just so Commander Elliot has a issue with being told what to do. So when Richard Jackal's character is in space, is in the ship, and he's taken over the commanding duties. Commander Elliot is kind of like pissed off. So um, they have like a little back and forth here or there, and it's a fascinating thing to write in this kind of movie. So it does make the human element interesting. I'll say that. Let me see. KS says Android starring Klaus Kinski's Helmut's second favorite Kinski movie. His first Kinski movie is Razorback. Oh shit! Is he really in Razorback? Did he star in that
No,
travesty?
that's a gag that came out of nowhere, and yeah.
So Kiss. So
But
what
he
you're saying is
starred in Android. That is true. That is true. Kissy did say the truth with that one. But uh, none of those movies are my favorites, especially not my favorite Klaus Kinski movies.
so what you're
He
saying
did
is
way
that
better than that.
so what you're telling me is that Kissifis is gaslighting you. Is that what you're telling me?
He tried to assume my favorite
He
Klaus
does that
Kinski
a lot. He
movie.
likes to assume things. You heard us, Kissy? We know you assume things, and you always get in trouble, Kissifis. Even Helmet's pissed off at you right now. You pissed off Helmet, and it's an incredible feat to do.
No, I'll allow it. Kissy is one of the good guys.
Don't encourage
Oh.
him, please. Don't encourage him. Just Trojan says he likes the Trojan Mandy says, I like Agir, the Wrath of God. There's probably some duckweed in that. Yeah, there's a whole story about the making of that movie. Um,
Yeah, the circumstances around that movie are hilarious.
one of my favorite books in my library is Herzog on Herzog, where Herzog is answering his own questions about the making of his films, and whenever I read that book, I get very inspired to want to make a movie because the way he talks about the stuff. Herzog is one of those guys. Okay, so Werner Herzog, did not go to film school. He didn't really believe in film school, and his first movie, he's very blunt about this. He talks about how he stole a camera from a shop somewhere from a school with the intent of bringing it back, but he nonetheless he stole it and made his first movie with that stolen camera. Didn't go to film school, didn't do any of that. He just got an idea and he said, "Fuck, I'm just gonna do it." I'm like, how many people go to film school and don't do shit with their lives? Don't really make a movie. They think they will. They think they're gonna be the next Quentin Tarantino or the next Jim Jarmusch. There's probably some that think they're gonna be the next Jordan Peele. I'm like, yeah, you want to be that guy? Go for it. He's an overrated guy, but anyway, yeah,
Uh,
Jordan
Jordan Peele is not a good person, not a good filmmaker. Nothing
overrated.
is good about that guy.
He's overrated. Like I watched a couple of those movies and he has like good ideas, but they're not enough to make the guy out to be like the second coming of Eli Roth or something. It's like no, he's not. And you know why they're doing it too. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out why they're propping this guy up. Like, let's be honest. Like, the movie Sinners that came out, 16 Academy Award nominations for that movie. I'm like, I haven't seen it, so I don't have an opinion on the movie. So I'm not speaking in terms of the quality of the film itself. But for the people that have seen it, at least with the ones that liked it, It is it is not worthy of even 2 Academy Awards or even 1. So I'm like, yeah, I know why they did it. You know why they did it. Why they gave that movie
Yeah,
16 nominations.
I didn't watch Waffle House Vampire Killers, and
Okay.
I will never watch that movie. So
If I ever had like an inclination to watch it, I probably won't watch it now because like they're just really making it out to be something it isn't. Like the second coming of like one of the best vampire. It's like it's not. It's really just a remake of From Dusk Till Dawn, from what I'm hearing. And a lot of people have said the same thing. It's a remake of From Dusk Till Dawn, and it's like okay, well, and I get tired of like these movies where like all the bad guys are like the white guy, they're all white people, and the good guys are like this like United Benetton um diverse crew. And it's like okay, that may have been an intelligent thing in the early '90s, especially when the Matrix was doing it. But it's getting tiresome. People are getting tired of it. It's like, yeah, you know what? Fuck this movie, whatever. So
I almost entirely ditched modern movies.
yeah,
Like
I'm in the same
exact
boat.
that reason. I don't have the desire to watch this crap, and neither should people who love movies, if you
Which is why
ask
we go
me.
back to stuff like this, like the Green Slime. It's not high art, but it's fun. It's a
Watch the
fun,
old stuff,
yeah.
cherish the old stuff, collect it in physical form. That's the advice that I can give because streaming platforms do whatever the fuck they want with the movies that they show. I think you froze for a second. Or... Yeah, you have to protect those movies from influences that are not good and they are altering the OG movie. There was a time when we as fans had to protect Star Wars from George Lucas. When he started to do all the overhauls of his movies and extended versions, and everything was crap that he did with the old movies. I remember the outrage back then. Hey, sorry for interrupting you, but the chat can't hear you. You guys hear me at least? Please give me a yes in the chat.
Mic to hook up. I'm using the other one. But yeah, so see that's what happens when you move one thing on my desk and everything gets fucked up. It's just it's annoying as shit. But until my HyperX gets hooked up, I'll stick with the array for now. So testing, testing. Okay, I see the meter is up. So there we go. Okay. So what I
Thank
was
you.
saying was
Can
that
you guys hear us both now?
I'm sure they heard you. I don't think they heard me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, dokie.
But very quickly, what I was saying was the two things that Lucas did that I really hated the most with the special editions was a when he had Luke screaming in Empire Strikes Back as he fell into the shaft after finding out that Vader was his father, and he's like no, and then that was kind of stupid. But then he compounds that with Return of the Jedi when Vader rescues Luke from the Emperor. Instead of keeping that brilliant sequence of Vader just looking and like the mask not changing form can somehow emit emotion. He has Vader scream no as he carries the Emperor and throws him down the shaft. It's like you ruined two, you ruined that that beautiful sequence with that stupid addition. It's just it's pointless. It's really pointless. So
Almost everything that he did add was crappy. Even the scene with Jabba and Han Solo in the hangar,
yeah,
that wasn't very well made.
you know
And
what's funny?
also
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
only one thing, the celebration stuff at the end where they show every planet when they are celebrating that the empire is defeated, that was kind of slimy.
Oh, why do you say that?
Yeah, it was very obvious what he tried to do with that, to give the people a feel-good moment, and everyone in the galaxy is now celebrating because the Empire is defeated, and it wasn't for me, wasn't well made, if you ask
Okay,
me.
interesting because that's the first time I've heard that as a complaint. So that's interesting. Does the chat? Let me ask the chat. Do you agree with that, chat? Do you think that did you feel that same way about the revised ending of Return of the Jedi was showing the planets celebrating? Let me hear from the chat because I kind of liked that. I like the song that he used because it seems like it just suited the how epic it was to end the Empire. But maybe I'm seeing something different. So
I think especially when they show the people celebrating on Tatooine,
right,
it didn't make much sense because the Empire had not very much power over Tatooine,
right. Yeah, that's a good
and
point. That is a good point.
to
Yeah,
to have the people on Tatooine, especially they are showing, I think, Mos Eisley, and have them celebrating didn't make much sense because it was a lawless planet to begin with, full of bounty hunters and scum who didn't gave a shit about the rebellion and the empire.
right.
And to have them Coruscant, I understand kind of, but that was not so. No, I liked when Luke is standing for himself and seeing the three Force ghosts at the end. That was a good end shot, if you ask me.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay, that's a good point. Trojan Man is like the old song. I didn't like Yub Nub. I'm being honest. I did not like Yub Nub. I still defend that new song that was added. So yeah, I do defend that one. I know why people stick to Yub Nub. I get it, but um, when I find out that later on in life that the Ewoks were not meant to be originally in Return of the Jedi, that was meant to be the Wookiees, I was like, yeah, I can see why people don't like Return of the Jedi because of that. So James Hurley says, Alasma and Helmet, what is the worst sci-fi movie? Battle Beyond the Stars or Avatar?
Mhm.
Well, Lady Shadowban might she's a big fan of Avatar. She likes Avatar. Um, I saw Avatar in the theater. I was blown away by the special effects, but the story was like it's Ferngully. It's Ferngully. So I
No,
wouldn't
it's
say it's the
Pocahontas in space,
yeah,
and it sucks ass.
but honestly, somebody else put it correctly. It's a movie about a guy who betrays the human race because he's interested in that blue pussy. That's what I was like. Yeah, you know what? That's kind of fucked up in a way.
Yeah, making simping galaxy wide.
Yeah, yeah. Make the mistake. He and that was I forgot the name of the actor, but he saved what's the name of the world
Pandora?
Pandora. Yeah, Pandora.
Pandoria?
He saved Pandora because he wanted that blue pussy. I knew Lee Shadowman wouldn't like it, but
Yeah, it's a fairy tale for women.
what happened?
Avatar is a fairy tale for women.
It made $1 billion though. It did. Movie.
Yeah. You should watch Starship Troopers instead. You hear me?
I hear you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people in the chat are with me on Avatar.
Oh, wait, Sam Worthington. Yeah, that's his name. Sam Worthington was also the cyborg in it was he the cyborg or was he Kyle Reese in Terminator Salvation?
Didn't that guy play Angel in X-Men?
I think so. I believe so. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. Let me bring up the camera a bit so you can see the progress. This is going to have three of the green slimes to help create the because they hang out in fives in groups. So I feel like the drawing should reflect that. Yeah, the Green Slime came out in 1968. Went up against a whole slew of sci-fi movies that had some very top-notch special effects. So it had that going against it. So in 1968, the landscape of filmmaking changed. So there was a lot more higher tech special effects movies. Planet of the Apes being one. 2001: A Space Odyssey, another one. And it was made a year before mankind allegedly went to the moon. By the way, supposedly, I just caught this in the news today. They're sending an expedition to the moon this Friday, supposedly. Did you hear that?
No,
Yeah,
news to me.
I caught this in my feed. Like they're this Friday, allegedly, they're sending a new team out to the moon. I say allegedly because I am one of those that doubts the moon landing. And now with AI, here's what with AI being what it is now, you can easily make a footage that can look exactly like the moon landing. So now it's like, yeah, this is even now I'm even more skeptical. It's like that's
I mean, what do they realistically want over there? There's nothing. It's a crater. It's a huge crater.
I
We're
think that's why a
only
lot of people
close
don't
because
care.
the sun is behind it.
Right. I think that's why a lot of people don't care because even if it, assuming that it happened, that we did go to the moon, what was the goal? What were we trying to get? What was there anything on the moon that was like valuable to us as mankind? Like, it's like it didn't seem like it. So yeah, we allegedly went. Yeah, we traveled. Now what? um, now what? So I
Yeah,
don't know.
why invest so much money and material into a mission on a deserted crater.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
Because there
Mhm.
is nothing there. If we believe the official sources, there is nothing there because it's only rock.
Well, at the time, Russia was doing their space travel. They were like advanced in their space program. So the U.S. was like, okay, we gotta do something to upstage the Russians, and lo and behold, the moon landing happens.
So it was a pissing contest between two powerhouses,
Yep.
nothing more.
And yeah, color me skeptical.
Yeah, I don't see the potential in doing something there when
Yeah,
there's nothing.
I don't either.
So.
Yeah. Like I understand if it was like materials and minerals. Oh, Angela Curry's here. Hey, Angela, how you doing? Welcome, Angela Curry, in the chat.
Oh, hi, Angela.
Yeah.
Long
So
time no see.
like I would understand if there was like material or minerals that could like benefit the Earth. And it's like, yeah, we have a mind source right here, but nothing indicates that that was the case. So and the reason I'm bringing this up is because this movie, along with a bunch of other sci-fi movies, came out a year before the supposed moon landing. So the '60s was big on space travel exploration. It was big on that. So
When did Isaac Asimov write his books?
maybe the chat knows. Chat. When did Isaac Asimov write his books?
Oh, 50s, in the 50s.
50. Okay. All right.
That guy was kind of a visionary, not a missionary, a visionary
Right.
with his books.
Yeah. 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 Someday I'm gonna have to make a. I'm gonna have to revisit the older '50s science fiction stories. Sometimes like we've gone so far in our modern, um, in the modern zeitgeist with sci-fi and storytelling that we've lost the whimsiness and the whimsicalness of it all. We lost the ability to just like say wow when you watch a sci-fi movie. Now it's just okay, or that's kind of like no. Yeah, so we lost some of that.
Because the modern movies in that genre, even the superhero stuff that happens in space, like Guardians of the Galaxy,
Yeah.
is always through the lens of mankind
Mm-hmm.
and nothing more.
Yeah.
The only person I think who tried to do this from another angle was H.P. Lovecraft.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 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 Point. Good point.
Or Asimov, who focused a lot on technical wonders and spaceships and stuff like that. But the most filmmakers always try to handle that genre space through the lens of humans, and I think that's where it became boring and
Yeah.
predictable because it took away the fantastical elements.
Yes. Yeah.
If space is eternal and wide as they say,
Mm-hmm.
then there are so much possibilities to work with that from an artistic standpoint. So why do always the same formula?
Because they go where the money is, and if something does well, they think, oh, we got to copy it, and then they copy it. It'll make a little bit of a profit, and then once the profit dries up, they've made so much schlock that now they have to go back to square one. But they've already diminished a return as far as audiences for more sci-fi. And there you go. So it's like, oh well, a little too late there, buddy. A little too late there. Has the chat thrown any spears at me yet? Who would have helped, or am I safe?
No, they are kind of engaging in a good and healthy communication.
So then I have a safe space. That's good. Safe space is very good. I have to
Yeah,
protect the helmet.
Kissy says Asimov died of AIDS because he got a contaminated blood transfusion.
Oof.
Wow,
Hmm. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I didn't either. It's kind of unfortunate.
And that he started writing fiction in 1939. Interesting when World War II broke out. I think was the guy who said that. I saw an interview with that guy, um, Stuart Gordon. You know Stuart Gordon, the
Yep.
famous horror movie maker who
Yep.
did a lot of horror movies based on H.P. Lovecraft stuff.
Right. Yep.
And he said in an interview, in one of his last interviews, because he died shortly after that,
Mhm.
he said that imagination is endless and that you should focus on the most fantastical things that nobody ever thought of and go to that point and start to make something there. And don't go to places where everyone else has always been, as a filmmaker,
Right.
especially. So I kind of like that approach, and from that on, I understood why he made so much movies based on H.P. Lovecraft stuff because they were equal in their thinking.
You got to find the right kind of person to adapt a story from an existing author or writer that's gonna have that same mindset. So yeah, totally. Got John Zongbox in the chat. Hey John, what's going on? Good seeing John Zongbox.
Hello.
Now Kansas with his stupid question. He goes, I'll ask that. Would you rather eat a turd that tastes like a chocolate or a chocolate that tastes like a turd? I'm embarrassed for you, Kissifus. Really embarrassed for you. Why are you asking me this question? Why? What have I done to you besides being a colored? What have I done to you? I've done nothing to you.
My question would be who knows how shit tastes?
What?
Yeah, to be able to make chocolate that tastes like shit, you have to know the taste of shit.
Why did this get asked in my chat? Why I'm doing a stream about the Green Slime from 1968, and there's a lot of trivia about this movie that we could talk about. But we want to talk about Kissifus derailing the stream with silly questions like this. Why? Unnecessary. Completely unnecessary.
It's something very fantastical. Chocolate that tastes like shit. Who would buy that? Issy, that is very, very strange to think about something like that. On the other side, people buy Chef Boyardee and eat it and like it.
And
Yeah, that's the equal of eating chocolate that tastes like shit.
no, it isn't. I mean, well, listen, Chef Boyardee is a real food, okay? And no, I don't eat it often. As a matter of fact, the last time I've eaten Chef Boyardee was it's been like half a year since I've eaten it. Ken says, I didn't answer it because the Helmut answered it because it's a very silly question to ask and it derails the importance of what I'm trying to do with this community talk. It's unnecessary, Ken says. Unnecessary.
Ah, dirt chocolate is such a funny word. So you think Chef Boyardee is real food, last man?
Why are you picking on me? What have I giving you guys an excellent draw stream, right? I'm giving you a good draw stream, and you're totally derailing it with inconsequential questions that really just belie on how awful you guys really are to me.
Hey, that was a simple question. Question. You really are thinking that Chef Boyardee is real food? Question mark.
I mean, what is real food anymore? There's a deeper question. What is real food anymore?
I would say the stuff that grows in our garden.
Oh, yeah, of course that goes without saying, but um, when you go to the supermarket, how much of it is actually real food?
Well, I think we Germans have it a little bit better than you guys
You do, no,
because
you do, because you- you're not bound by a Monsanto like we are, unfortunately.
yeah, and we have very good food restrictions in Europe.
Yeah,
As crappy as the continent is with all the politics and the bullshit that happens here, but
yeah,
the food stuff is pretty good, and they really try to keep the chemical stuff out of our food sources.
yeah. Good for you. You know that I envy Germany. Even Japan has these restrictions too. Like they don't import the same U.S. foods that we eat here for those reasons. Um, they try to ban the red dye here, but some judge blocked that. So now it's like, oh, okay, more cancer, more money for the pharmaceuticals. Yeah. So there we go.
Yeah, I'm pretty glad about that, that our food is almost safe. And that my parents are growing our garden and we have fresh vegetables in the summer
Nice.
and the autumn.
I will say I regret not having the skill to grow my own garden. I mean, I could still learn it, I suppose, but I wish I did learn it back sooner. I could learn it, but it's like I wish I did it sooner. You know?
There are microgreens that you can grow in your kitchen, like grass,
Yeah,
which is very healthy.
yeah,
And you can buy those kits. I
right.
think they are available also in the US. And you can use that as topping for salads and stuff, and it's very healthy. Cress is one of the most healthiest foods in the world that you could eat, and they are micro vegetables, so
Yeah.
you could start with that. Doesn't take much craft to grow those.
Monkey King says, as I keep saying, always check if your American food has corn syrup as sweetener. Don't drink or eat it. Yeah, here corn syrup is definitely a no-no for sure. Uh oh, Michael Diace, he says, be more like Angela last night. Angela's streams are educational. Last night I learned about snakes in Guam and other cool stuff. Oh, that was during her sumo stream. She did a sumo stream last night. Um Kansas wants me to answer his serious question. They're not serious, Kansas. Shit covered in chocolate or chocolate covered in shit is not a good. It's not a win-win option for me. Why don't you go back to colors and talk about cannibalism? Do that. Do that. But yeah, I do want to focus more on educational stuff with these streams. So yeah, totally.
That's why we are talking about food.
All because of a movie called The Green Slime. See how it all connects? It's like it rhymes. It connects beautifully. Oh, Timothy's okay. Ban Timothy. I want Timothy banned. He ruffled. Stop ruffling. There's no ruffling in the chat. He's banned. 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 Timothy, you're banned. You're banned. Goodbye.
I for sure don't eat other people, Carol. I'm not from Tahiti or Haiti. I'm educated. I don't eat people.
Don't let girls gaslight you. She had a conversation in some super secret link last night talking about cannibalism. I'm like, what are you people even talking about? How is this selling comics? It doesn't sell comics. What's wrong with you people? Shame on you. Be like me.
Would you would you eat Carol if they would made her into Soylent Green, and what would it taste like?
Who asked that? Who asked that? Was that you that asked that?
Me. I asked that. No,
Why
no
are you
one,
being corrupted?
no one
Stop
from the
corrupting
chat.
yourself.
No, I wouldn't eat people. I don't think I could
No,
be a cannibal.
I would fast and then maybe slowly pass away, but I would never eat somebody. We are
I,
made in
I,
the
I, I wouldn't even eat human like monkeys like chimpanzees or orangutans
yeah.
I couldn't even eat those or let alone dogs and cats. No.
Well, definitely not dogs and
That's
cats, especially dogs. I couldn't eat dogs. I would starve before I eat a dog.
no, I have a very, very narrow list of meats that I eat.
Yeah. Yeah, same. I am the same way. Like um not that I'm an animal lover, but you know, I do have a sense of veneration for life, you know, especially animal life, because I'm big on like animals, like the innocence of animals, and maybe that's like a bleeding heart, but that's just me.
And I think many meats don't taste very good. I'm not huge on fish. I'm not huge on seafood.
Yeah, yeah. I'm definitely not a seafood person, but yet I'm also the same guy that will eat fried calamari, and I can kind of eat shrimp. Shrimp doesn't taste bad, but it's not gonna be like a choice I make either. Especially when someone pointed out that shrimps are the cockroaches of the sea. I'm like, oh, thanks for that. Now I'm definitely never gonna eat shrimp. Not willingly anyway. Oh man, but I do like fried calamari. That it's something I enjoy. Clams is also delicious. I like clams. Crab meat isn't so bad. And salmon, like I have a love hate relationship with salmon, but I do enjoy
Yeah,
salmon.
I like the smoked one on
Yeah,
bread.
yeah, those are good. Those are really good.
I think the most exotic meat that I like and eat on the regular is goat and sheep because I
Hmm.
like the taste. And
Yeah,
the taste is not for everybody, I know, because it has a very distinctive taste. But I like it. I like goat cheese. Also, a very healthy variant of cheese.
yeah.
When I was vacationing in Greece, I ate a lot of goat cheese, olives,
Hmm.
also calamari. They made dope calamari there, and I like the Mediterranean kitchen, especially what they do with meat there.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, totally, totally.
Tim Olsen asks if you would eat a duck. Is that cannibalism?
Who asked that?
Tim Olsen
Of course he did. Of course Tomothy asked that. Of course he asked that question. Because God forbid Tomothy asks anything worthwhile or relevant to the conversation or even important. But no, he wants to ask these questions because that's what Tomothys do. Tomothys are a special breed of man because they think they're relevant. They think they have some insights, but they don't. They just ask crap out of the blue because they think it's their turn and they think they'll get a cardboard prize for it. It's like, no, that's not how this works, Tomothy. It's not how this works. So eggs to you, Tomothy. Eggs to you. totally against Tomothy. I'm
Going
anti-Tomothy.
back, going back to the food discussion, my advice to everybody, especially the guys in the chat, and I think Plunchcast is somebody who does it already from what I could gather from his comments, is try to grow as much of your own food as possible. Even if it is press on the kitchen counter in one of those small buckets, or they are selling nowadays buckets to grow eatable mushrooms, stuff like that. If you don't have much space, if you have a small garden, also the better. Try that, or go to community gardens. There are lots of them, even in America, and try to get as most organic food as possible.
Yeah, that is ideally what you want to do. So totally try to get as organic as possible.
Yeah, yeah. And I don't mean not that biological artsy fartsy leftist shit that they are selling to yuppies and people with too much money on their hand. No, the basic stuff.
Yeah.
Go out to the countryside, visit some farmers, and buy even a sack of apples or something like that there.
Yeah.
And then preserve your own food. We have 3 big apple trees in our garden. Trees that my grandfather planted, by the way, with a very old sort of apples. And my mother does mashed applesauce with
Right.
them, apple pies, dried apples. We do a lot of preserving the vegetables and fruits that are growing in our garden, and that's the advice that I can give to anybody else. Do it. And it tastes way better than the stuff that you get from the supermarket.
And you said the green apples.
No, they are yellowish with a red taint.
Oh, okay, okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Very what's the word? I have to search for the word. They taste very flowery. Not sour, not sweet, so it's very flowery. An old classical sort that they grew in Germany for a long time. And we do a lot of with the apples. In the chat. Oh yeah, he asked me a very naughty question.
Wait, who asked you another question?
I'm correct.
What did okay, wait, was it to say Einhold or does that say 'cause if it
Yeah,
says
it's
Ein Prime, that's Primathor.
one of the Oompa Loompas. Oh, that's good, Lunchcast. They are very good for making apple pie.
Homemade apple pie is the bomb.
Yeah, apple pie is one of my faves. Besides cherry pie and German cheesecake.
Oh, that sounds good. German cheesecake?
Yeah, my mother does it. It's awesome. I I love this pie.
KSS says, Alasman, I seriously like this drawing, and I'll be drawing Chet from Weird Science soon. Yeah, you know what? You know that is a good drawing to do. Chet from Weird Science. And oh, by the way, let me I forgot to mention this to you guys. So I had an epiphany earlier today regarding the book that I wanted to do, like the horror review book with the drawings. And I had an epiphany. I said, you know what? I think what will be more fun for this book is if not that I review it, but that Road Warrior Drake reviews these movies. So like I'm gonna do where it's like Road Warrior Drake is the one doing the reviews. That way it's written in a way where it's like consistent with his type of dialogue, and you'll be entertained and you'll laugh, and it'll be like you're reading from a different character's perspective. So the book is gonna be Road Warrior Drake reviewing these movies. So I was like, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So um what was I addressing? Oh yeah, so maybe I'll draw a check. Maybe I'll include that movie in the book. I call it a horror review book, but there'll be a lot of science fiction stuff in that book, and maybe some genre movies too. So I won't just limit it to the monster drawings I'm doing. Like I'll have to include RoboCop because of that RoboCop drawing that I did, and maybe for Christmas I'll do Chet from Weird Science and review Weird Science. Maybe I'll do Chet, and then well, no, maybe not Kelly Brock, because you know, but I know some people would like it, but
I really like that drawing, and I think you should do the Roger Corman Creatures from the Abyss.
that could be something I do down the road, for sure, for sure. Um, so wait, oh, ha 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 ha. That's Soon of God. He's that sounds pretty cool. So it's gonna be a funny book. It's gonna be a funny and informative book. So, for example, when I did the review for Rodan, I wrote it in the way that I would review it, and then I went back and revised it so that it would include some of the humor that's synonymous with Road Warrior Drake, and I may go back and change it up even more. But the idea is to be informed by the movies, but to like find it amusing, the perspective that you hear from Drake. So that way, it gives that book its own little like character. And by character, I mean like its own identity. So it's not just a review book with my art, but the review book with my art starring Road Warrior Drake reviewing the movies from his perspective. So yeah.
So he's almost in the role of the Crypt Keeper from Tales from the Crypt.
Not really. So this is like okay, so I'm not sure if this was ever released in Germany, but here in the States there was a review book called The Video Hound. And The Video Hound it was a series of books that reviewed genre movies. And obviously it was done in the guise of a character called the Video Hound, who was a dog that reviewed movies.
Hmm.
So so he would give he had like a review system, and then when it came to a movie he didn't like or thought it was bad, instead of giving it a rating, he would call it Wolf. Wolf was the official review for a movie that was really terrible. Who's that? Who's that?
I'm a capitalist whore. I'll do almost anything for money.
Who's that? I don't know what that was. Oh wait, hold on. That's Primathor. Let me get his avatar here. Hold on.
I'm a
Wait.
capitalist whore. I'll do almost anything for money. Right.
That's right. That's right. You know who it is.
Welcome, Primathor.
Yee. And Ibert's here too.
Oh, well, hello, Arnold.
What's going on?
Okay, so Prime, I sent you the link to the green slime. Did you finally get to see it?
No, we did anime night.
Okay, so you had ample time to watch a movie that you said you didn't see.
No, I did not. You sent me a freaking link. We watched the anime for 2 hours. I'm sorry, but your movie's an hour and a half long, and I'm not going to sit there and have to pay attention to the anime and pay attention to the green
Oh,
slime
I'm
from
sorry.
1968.
I can't do things. I must do what other people do for me because I
Which
do
makes it
things.
seem like it's just a
I
copy
do
and paste
nothing.
movie
You don't
from
care
the
about the arts.
60s.
You don't care about
And,
helping my friend out.
hang on.
And
I do have to say this. The trailer made it look like it's what gave the inspiration to John Carpenter's Thing than the original Thing.
wait, what now?
I saw the trailer,
Okay.
and from what I can tell from the trailer, it looks like John Carpenter used this movie as inspiration more than the Thing from another universe.
I will say this. Here's what I will say. Like when I watched this movie again, I was like, you know what? I think I missed some of the early inspirations for movies. I didn't think about The Thing, but I thought more about like Alien.
Yeah, because when it was showing like the trailer showing how it's like an amalgamation of this like tentacle thing and it's killing guys instantly, and I was like, hang on for a second. It's like I've seen The Thing, the original '50s version, and it's nothing like John Carpenter's. But I'm sitting here looking at this trailer. I'm like, oh wait a second, wait a second. John Carpenter borrowed a lot from other sci-fi shit and just put it together for the thing, his version of the thing.
Quite possible. I think it's quite possible. Because the '60s was big on all these these new wave of science fiction films, that feature like alien invasions or alien like takeovers. Um, I mean, it happened in the '50s, but like in the '60s, it took on a different form. And then by the time the '70s came, you had Alien, and that like changed the game forever.
Oh, dude. Mm. Alien to this day still holds up.
Yes, yes,
Did, did
100%.
you did you hear about the theory behind Ridley Scott's shit about how you can actually figure out what's going to happen to the crew because the patches they actually wear on their jackets?
No, no, what's that theory?
Yeah, yeah, it's very specific. They made it to where each person was targeted based upon their status within the crew, like medical officer, flight officer, that sort of thing. And you could see where okay, I can't remember his name, but I see his face. The android. I can't remember the android. You know the android's name? I can't remember.
It was it Ash? I think it was Ash.
Yes, I think it was Ash. Yeah, Ash's patch actually has everything in it in the logo of it that certifies why they're about to be sacrificed. There's like a hidden message in the logo itself of his patch.
Oh, interesting. That movie is deeply layered. Alien.
Yeah, which is why when you watch Aliens, it's like it's a good like horror flick, but it's nothing compared to what Alien was originally supposed to be.
Yeah, Alien was deeply layered. Aliens was a fun action movie, and it was good progression of Ripley's story. So,
Yeah, but it's
uh,
totally James Cameron, so you could feel the vibe.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And a lot of people had a problem with that movie retconning the stuff from the Alien movie, but I think they kind of did okay with it. But
Well,
I
originally
get it.
the deleted scene for Alien was supposed to make it to where the guys that were being captured were turning into aliens themselves.
Right,
But then Aliens did away with that with the concept of the alien queen using basically the face huggers to continue on how they bred and
right.
everything like that. So
Yeah, so there was like continuity issues. I think that Ridley Scott was not consulted on, and I think he bore a grudge, if I'm not mistaken.
well, yeah, because then it just ruined his whole idea of the premise of what Alien was. It's like,
Then again,
Yeah,
his
but
ideas suck. Because have you seen Prometheus and his later Alien movies? Like, yeah, his ideas kind of suck. Like George Lucas needed someone to like rein him in because all the good
it's
Star
kind
Wars,
of weird because Alien is like Star Wars.
right,
It's great. It's there, but then just like how George Lucas stepped away from Empire Strikes Back, another director took helm of it.
right,
Aliens basically took it to where it needed to go in a certain fashion
yeah,
and made it one of the best memeable, quotable, uh, you know, everybody can quote Bill Paxton and Michael Bain and everything like that. Nuke the site from orbit. It's the only way to be sure. Like that's something that sticks with you. Meanwhile, I can't really remember any quotes from Alien. It's more like a impactful, deep lore type thinking Alien movie with a horror aspect to
Oh no,
it.
Alien had a
He-
Bill Paxton had some of the best quotes. He's like, I'll see you on the other side, dude. Game over, man. Game over." That was like one of the most quotable things he said in that movie.
Yeah, like Michael Bain, Bill Paxton. It's like Bill Paxton going up to Vasquez, being like, "Hey Vasquez, anybody ever ask you or hang on, let me do this again. Hey Vasquez, has anybody ever said that you look like a man?" And she says, "Hey," she said, and I think she said, God damn it, words are hard."
Goodbye, Prime. Goodbye.
Basically, she replied, "Have you? Has anybody asked you?" Something like that. I can't
Yeah,
remember
something
the
like
exact
yes.
quote.
Yeah.
Oh God. KSS says that Michael. Oh, it's Bean. His name is Bean. I thought it was Bane.
Michael Biehn.
Oh,
That's
for
Hicks.
fuck's
That's
sakes.
Corporal Hicks.
I've been saying his name wrong this whole entire time?
Oh, wow, shocker. Prime's pronouncing things incorrectly.
Well,
What?
hang
Wow.
on, Ibert, hang on. You know how many times I've been to the doctor and I've had a doctor with the last name Cretan, and I've heard them say it's Christian. I'm just like, wait, your actual last name is Christian? And they're like, yeah. I was like, then why the fuck does Michael Cretan say his last name is Cretan? It's spelled the same fucking way.
It's probably a matter of regional dialect. Some regions pronounce words differently.
Well, mine's just got to be stupidity then, because, you know.
Well, technically, stupidity is a regional dialect.
Oh, jeez. Thanks, I. So, when are we doing that final review? Last Matt, since we're doing
What now?
space movies. When are we doing the review of a certain movie in outer space?
Oh no, when I there's nothing that I can draw.
No. Yeah. Hang on. Let me ask the chat. Chat. Would you like Last Matt to draw gay black men from outer space? As we talk about the movie and how it enveloped us and what we thought of it. There you go.
Somebody
What do you
okay.
what do you think, Helmet? You think he would make a really good black guy from outer space who's gay?
I know you would love it because you two are butt munchkins.
Damn.
Damn it. I love Helmet.
Nothing has changed. Those guys are still homosexuals.
They are. They really are.
Hey! I heard there was a cure for AIDS now. So
Wait, hold on, wait.
Helmet.
Tommy has a question. He says you should review Planet of the Vampires, the inspiration for Alien. That was Mario Bava's movie, Planet of the Vampires. Yeah, that was one of the inspirations for Alien.
And Canon redid it for Life Force.
That's true. Yeah.
Maybe we should talk about Life Force because that movie was also an awesome sci-fi movie.
It was. It really was. Yeah.
I don't remember it.
But I'm sorry to tell you, two little fellows, there are female tits in those movies.
Oh no.
Oh, God. Oh, the horror.
No
Oh,
penis.
yeah. The horror. Alita will be happy though. So did the last Matt tell you the good news, Helmet?
Oh no. Crap.
If you start that way, it isn't good news. It's something very horrific.
It's very discouraging of it.
Yeah. Last match. Bunking with us at Heroes Con.
Oh, yeah. I know that you guys are meeting up at Heroes Con.
Yeah, but we're all staying in the same place.
Yeah, I would have been there too, but I'm poor and I had to.
Oh, you're poor. You're poor. Damn
I'm
it,
poor.
Helmet. Damn it, Helmet. You know we could have just bought you a plane ticket. You know that. God.
Stop it! No, I make it possible in the near future. I promise. But there were circumstances that I couldn't influence.
I know.
Out of
We
my
talked
reach,
about
so-
this. We'll meet up later at a later date, bud. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'll try to come if they don't deport me right away from the airport because I said some bad words about certain.
No.
Man.
That's only when you get back to Europe, not when you come to the United States.
You think they wouldn't let me back in when I come back from the US? They say, "Oh, you are."
Oh no! See, the
such an asset."
the US is going to be like, "Oh yes, please, Fed post in our country, so that way we can get paid for turning you into your country. Yes, please do it."
Since I don't give much of a fuck about politics anymore, and I don't Fed post generally, either on Twitter or anywhere else, I think I'm safe.
No, I know.
You guys are always assuming that I'm the worst because I'm German. That's kind of racist. Just
See,
saying.
now you know how I feel, Helmet. Now you know how I feel.
Sir,
Hold on. Now Helmet.
sir.
Now Helmet. Third Prime. Now Helmet gets my pain. He gets my pain. Thank you, Helmet. You understand me now.
Sir, you have to understand something. Me and Einberg are both Germanic descent. That shit don't work on us.
Hey, I'm just joking. I know that you guys are joking too.
No, I think Prime is
Even though
serious. I think he's just
even though you tell me I have the like gayest German voice ever when I try to mock German, it's okay. I know.
Well, to be fair, you have the gayest voice. Period.
I do.
No, I'm gonna have to say Prime loses that one to Devin from Legal Eagle.
Damn.
Another guy that.
Oh, by the way, last, but I did notice something about the design of the green slime little fuckers.
What's hey? What is it?
The I don't know if you've noticed, but that design was reused by Pixar.
I think you're right.
Uh,
Right. What movie was that
James
again?
Hurley just asked the impossible question in chat: what's worse, Prometheus or Alien 3? I can't answer that question. They
I'm
are
gonna say
equally
Prometheus.
terrible.
I'm gonna say Prometheus is worse because at least Alien 3 was in a canon of some kind. It didn't retcon shit. Although it still made the stupid mistake of killing off Corporal Hicks and Newt, but um, it wasn't as offensive as Prometheus.
One of the video games actually corrected the Hicks death,
Nice, nice.
Yeah,
which was
Colonial
kind of cool to see.
Colonial Marines basically made it to where Hicks was forcefully ejected out of the ship and captured by Weyland Yutani. They went back to LV-426 and started setting up shop again. And yeah, that turned into a complete corporate war between Weyland Yutani and the U.S. Colonial Marines.
Okay, so there's that at least, but still, um, if you ask me which I thought was the worst of the two, I'd say Prometheus was the worst of the two.
Also, I posted the image of the Pixar lookalike in general for you, sir.
Okay, let me just draw a couple of this, and I'll take a look at it. Um, and we'll point and laugh and say, "Wow, we didn't. How did this escape us?" So,
Yee! Yee, motherfucker, yee!
but yeah, Prometheus sucked ass, and that Prometheus was one of the only films that I left the theater being genuinely angry at it. The other one was Iron Man 3.
I could stand Iron Man 3. That sucked ass.
That was terrible. That movie was terrible. Like I watched it when I left the theater, I'm like, because we were on the heels of the Avengers movie, and there was that high that we had that, oh wow, this they've established something very nice and wonderful. Then you go see Iron Man 3, and it's like, what the hell was that shit that I just watched? Like, what the hell was that? And then you find out it's like the same guy that Snake from like Predator, and he's done like a bunch of these other movies that kind of suck ass, and it's like, well, why did they go with this guy? Like, the movie was terrible.
Tony Stark could have needed all those suits for defeating Thanos. That would have been a little bit hindsight.
That movie, see, Iron Man 3, you could take it away from the canon and it wouldn't affect anything that happened in the rest of Phase 2,
Besides the fact that you had a fake Mandarin set up and
which was stupid. Yeah, that was another stupid thing. Real dumb, actually.
like when I saw the trailer for that and I saw Ben Kingsley doing that whole thing like I'm a destroyer. I will kill everybody. I'm like, oh god, holy shit. Like, damn.
Yeah, those
Will
were good, and then it's like, oh
Stancil
no.
getting tear gassed is probably the highlight of my night right now.
What?
Someone got
Will
tear gas?
Stancil getting tear gas.
Oh shit, really? That's awesome.
Funny.
Mazapanet says Iron Man 3 was trash. Let me pay $15 for Tony Stark to not be Iron Man in an Iron Man movie. I mean, Iron Man 2 sucked too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Iron Man 2 sucked, and then they said, you know what, hold my beer. Let's make Iron Man 3. That way you'll regret saying Iron Man 2 sucked. And that's what happened. It's like, I regret saying Iron Man 2 sucked because Iron Man 3 sucked even more.
You know what made Iron Man 2 suck? They had to pay a big dividend of the paycheck to Elon.
Why?
I'm making a joke because he appeared in it.
I, See, that's how little I remember about that movie. I forgot that he was in that movie.
Yeah, he's got like a I want to say 2-second cameo. He's just like, "Oh, hey, Elon, how's those energy cars coming along? Get back with me on that." And he just shakes his hand, moves on. So, in technicality, Elon Musk actually exists in the Marvel universe. So there you go, folks.
But yeah, I can do a whole stream about how much Iron Man 3 sucked ass. Like it's not that it wasn't good, it was trash. I agree with as Panda. That movie was trash. I thought it wasn't too good.
I just never got the part of making his girlfriend into a fucking superhero at the end, and
That
then
was
just
dumb.
kind of like, getting rid of the powers completely,
Yeah, the whole thing was dumb.
which
It
was,
was just it was not even it was not an Iron Man movie. It was dumb.
I mean, could you imagine if she still had those powers against Thanos? I mean, that would have brought something to the table. It would have gotten rid of the girl boss bullshit at the end of Endgame.
I just hated how like the whole Manor thing sucked. The whole thing with like him not being Iron Man, using all those suits, and that one scene where he's like flying the Iron Man at the empty Iron Man suit. And I was like, well, that kind of kills the what do you call it? The stakes in that scene. It's like, oh, well,
Yeah, it's
that's what I'm saying. Like the Iron Man 3, take it away from the canon, and it doesn't affect anything that happens in Phase 2. It's like a throwaway movie.
okay. Okay, here we're gonna ask a question. Okay, which is worse, Iron Man 3 or Thor: Love and Thunder? There you go.
I haven't seen Thor: Love and Thunder, so I guess someone who has seen it.
Fine. The third freaking one that has him completely freaking acting like a retard in it.
I know what Thor: Love and Thunder is. I'm a Thor. I'm just saying I haven't seen it, and I don't. I'm
Okay,
not. And
did
I'm
you
not
see the
gonna see
did
it.
you see the Dark World at least with the premise of Natalie Portman dying?
I saw Dark World. Yes, that actually put me to
That
sleep. So
Yeah, that one's worse too. It's like anything Taika Waititi touches it just puts you to freaking sleep.
wait, he didn't direct that one.
You sure?
No, it was Ragnarok. He directed Ragnarok.
Oh god, see, look, I don't even know the sequence of any of the movies anymore. See, there you go. Wow.
I mean, at least I found
Ah,
Ragnarok entertaining. I know some people don't like Ragnarok, and I get like it set some bad precedents for the Thor character, but I found it entertaining at least. So
oh god. Well, Red is saying Iron Man 3 is actually good. I know he's lost his damn marbles now.
Who's
pray,
saying?
pray for him.
Well, Red likes Iron Man 3, so now we know what his tastes are in life.
Dude, I hate all the Thor movies. They're dog shit. The only Marvel movies I really
Iron
liked.
Man, Iron Man, Iron Man.
The original Iron Man was okay. I enjoyed it. The original Captain America was okay. Captain America's sequel, Winter Soldier, was pretty good. Other than that, I don't really like anything else. I don't like the Avengers. I fucking hate Endgame. I don't like Captain Marvel. It's all shit.
I think Captain Marvel was universally hated, so that's kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah.
You
I
remember when
think
Edward Norton was the Hulk? That was awesome.
I, yeah, Norton was a decent Bruce Banner, but I just don't like movie adaptations. I think it's just not my thing for the most part.
I don't know why they just don't go with
I like the first
animation.
Thor. Yeah, I like the first Thor movie. I feel like I like every time I see it, I'm like, oh wow, this is actually pretty good. The first Thor movie was actually fun. It was a nice callback to like the fantasy movies of the '80s, and it had a setup for nice world building. But then uh Dark World happened, and then Taika Waititi happened, and here we go. So
Yeah.
I think Kenneth Branagh did better with Thor than any director since.
Oh, White TD's got to fucking put his homosexual stench on everything. So yeah, you know.
Okay, let's just face it. Everything Disney touched with Marvel sucked. Okay, there you go.
That's a
in
good
the
one.
story.
Yeah, there was a difference in tone between the Marvel movies, the MCU movies before Disney took over, and afterwards. There was a big difference
Yeah,
in tone.
yeah, yeah. Because Universal made the Hulk actually the Hulk. Iron Man was actually Iron Man. There was a cutscene with Nick Fury as mentioning about Spider Man at the end, which means that they were probably going to either bring either Tobey Maguire back or they were going to continue on with the Spider Man series with Andrew Garfield.
Wait, which movie was this?
The Iron Man.
No,
Iron Man was. Yep.
they couldn't mention Spider-Man because it was still in the contract with Sony.
No, it's a deleted scene. It's literally a deleted scene with Samuel L. Jackson talking about how with radioactive Spider-Man, and that's literally in a deleted scene.
Okay,
They
so
were
maybe it's like
thinking
a
about
maybe an
bringing
Easter
Spider.
egg. Yeah, maybe it's an Easter egg, but they couldn't bring Spider-Man into the universe because they didn't have the legal right
They
to
were
do it.
trying to get Sony on board at the time because they were
Right,
trying to make it a collaboration between Paramount, Universal,
right.
Sony, and Fox.
Yeah, I remember Paramount that they had like the claim to the Marvel movies up until Disney purchased it. And then Avengers was their last movie before Disney took over.
Yeah, which you could tell by the initial Avengers movie that it was something that was already tone set up, but Disney did a bait and switch with the next one. It was just campy as hell.
Yeah, yeah. Like Winter Soldier was the only real serious MC movie that came under Disney's uh uh ownership, I suppose, lack of a better term.
Yeah. And meanwhile, from what I'm hearing with Doomsday right now, oh, they're just throwing everything in the pot. They even brought back Toby again.
I mean, let's see what happens. Like, eh, I don't know. I don't know. Like, to me, it's a wait and see thing. What they do with Doomsday.
Well, it's just a multiverse movie at this point because you're
Yeah,
bringing in the X-Men, you're bringing in Spider-Man, you're bringing in um you're bringing in Doctor Doom and Fantastic Four from the universe with Robert Downey Jr. basically playing not only himself as excuse me not himself excuse me not only Iron Man but also Doomsday Doctor Doom excuse me Doctor Doom. Sorry, I'm a little tired. Getting words confused again.
I don't. I'll never understand the decision to make him Doctor Doom. I really don't.
The fan theory around it is that because they did something in game talking about how when he went to go talk with his father
Right.
and they were stealing the Infinity Stone, he noticed that his father said that his wife was pregnant, and Tony was doing the math in his head. He's like, that can't be right because I wasn't born until a couple years later. So now they're making some theory around it that he's actually adopted and he's been put with the name Stark, and that his real name is something else completely in the MCU. But the reality that is where Doctor Doom is where he was not adopted, and this is actually who he truly is. That is what is being portrayed by the fan theory at this moment.
So everything except making Victor Von Doom the ruler of Latvia, the actual Doctor Doom in the movie. So instead of just taking something so simple that was in the comic, we'll make it more complicated for the movies because you want to trick you with member berries, but they're not really member berries.
Yeah, yeah, that's the fan theory going on right now. Is that basically Robert Downey Jr.'s character was never ever Tony Stark. He was just named Tony Stark. Which begs the question, like, who the hell is Tony Stark at this point? Because I swear to God that if I see one cameo of freaking Tom Cruise coming through saying, I'm Tony Stark, I'm gonna be like, oh fuck. They're just paying people just to pay people at this point.
I want to start some drama. So Wilbur says your opinions are garbage.
Not as garbage as his opinions. I mean, dead channel and everything.
No you, no
Congratulations.
you, no you.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Such your little comeback there, Amanda Two Prime. It's just a no you, no new, you're gay.
Honestly, at this point, I really don't even give a shit what the hell Railroad has to say. Okay.
Okay, by the way, okay, so questions in the chat. So let me get your opinion on the drawing so far. First of all, let me get y'all's opinion on making Road Warrior Drake the guy who the character that's going to review these movies in the upcoming book I'm doing.
So is this the creature from the movie we were talking about last month?
Yeah,
Yes.
this is the green slime. So yeah, so look, so this is the box art for it, right? See that? And
And
then this is the
now that you stopped drawing, we can show Disney Pixar's ripoff.
and
That's
this is
pretty
the
cool
action
looking,
figure
man. I like
of the
that design.
yeah. So
Alas, Matt, you
all
gonna
right,
show
yes,
Disney?
I'm gonna show the hold
Yeah,
on,
there you
I'm
go.
gonna show it. Yes, let me go get it. Hold on,
Yeah,
I gotta open up Discord.
yeah.
Okay, let me open up.
Remember, you can right click and open the link of the picture now, so you don't have to save
Yes,
it.
there we go. Okay, okay, hold on. Let me open up. Let's see.
Oh dear God.
There it is.
Yeah. I mean, look. That you take the two eyeballs off the top of it, you put it in the mouth. What do you got? It's the same monster.
Similar.
Yeah, there's some correlation there, I suppose. I suppose.
Yeah. It's got
KSS says
tentacles
make
for arm.
KSS says make Pumpkin War Patch review the movie with Iron Prime. Pumpkin War Patch doesn't have the wittiness that Road Warrior Drake does, so it'd be funny with Drake, especially and also because it'll help me keep the trademark, so that way I have a book that comes out in his name. I have one coming out this year, and then I can make that the one that comes out next year. So, like, so calling it something like a Road Warrior Drake's Guide to Insane Horror and Sci-Fi Movies or something to that effect. And then you'll see the drawings I'm doing here in the book, and Drake. There was some new artwork of Drake as he's talking about some of the movies. So it'll be a thorough art slash review book. It won't be a massive encyclopedia book. 'Cause I won't be able to review every single horror movie in existence. But I'll try to review as much as I can and have Drake review it, and he'll it'll be his reviews you read, and then it'll be a worthwhile book.
You
That's the
should
plan
start
for me.
the book of Road Warrior Drake watching TV and turn the channel to a news report about what's going on.
No, I don't want to do that with Drake. Like I really want to separate it from all the politics and stuff. Like he's got his own commentary and stuff. I want to keep it where it's like universal. If that makes any sense.
Fine, just make an advertisement to your actual book in the back.
Wait, what now?
You know what they used to do back in the day, like when you actually used to buy a Marvel comic and then it'd have like a random ass Spider-Man in the back where it says the next issue of Spider-Man's coming out,
Yep. Yep.
even though it's an X-Men comic. Yeah, that you could do something like that.
I've thought about it. Sure.
Yeah. So welcome to a Last Bets ASMR stream. We hope you're falling asleep now.
If they haven't fallen asleep, then they're the goat. They're the goat. Primathor.
Tim Olson, Road Warrior Drake's recently fired from Staples movie review. Oh shit.
See, Prime, you just committed a TOS violation. We don't respond to Timothy because he's banned.
What,
So
what was the name you gave him?
Timothy,
Timothy?
Timothy.
Timothy? Okay, Timothy.
We don't respond to him because he's banned. Even though he's the father of the Melvins, and he's on Instagram, I think
Yeah.
5 of Melvin. He may be the father of the Melvins, but he's banned because he's Timothy.
To get caught up in
KSSS said
Mm.
autocorrect changed Ein to win when he tried to say Ein and Prime.
Yes. Vin Zinger said, "Oh God, it's going too fast." Vin Zinger says, I mostly watch anime nowadays. I managed to find more Japanese superheroes I like. For example, Kashan, Hurricane, Palomar, and Tekaman."
Dude, Tekkaman's pretty fun.
My favorite Japanese superhero is Starfish Hitler.
Yeah, come to the U.S., Albert. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Totally
Hey,
not
that
watching this.
exists. I didn't pull that out of my ass. That exists. He was an enemy of what's his name? Not Ultraman.
I don't
Oh
know.
wait, no,
I
no,
don't. I
I
don't
know what I'm talking about. Yeah, yeah. It's an old Japanese TV show, and Starfish Hitler was like one of the monsters that the hero fights.
Yep.
It was a thing. I was like, wait, I was like, holy crap, the Japanese did it. Wow. So
Starfish Hitler. Look it up. It's on YouTube.
yeah,
Common Rider.
there we go. Okay.
Yeah. Kamen Rider. Yeah. What an awesome superhero, Starfish Hitler.
It's a shame he wasn't the main character.
Yeah. He was just one of the random bozos that he fought.
well, last minute, I hate to do this to you, but I have to go to work tomorrow, so I'll see you guys tomorrow.
I have to go to work too. You don't see me quitting Primathor.
Hey. Don't you start that.
You don't see me quitting.
I don't know. You kind of quit a lot lately, you know? You just kind of like, wah, I gotta go to bed. Wah, I gotta go
Wait,
stream.
I'm up.
Wah.
Up. I'm up.
Yeah, but how soon do you have to get into work? That's the question.
You know, you and your semantics.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, yes, well, Red. I actually work. I have a job. I'm not like the rest of these lazy fucking bums out here.
I made some money today shoveling cars.
No, I did not get a check for being disabled fat. Well, Red. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to disappoint you.
They denied you again this year?
Oh, they've denied me completely. They said there's nothing wrong with me. They said go get a job, you bum. That's what they
Wow.
said
You
a
know,
long
I
time.
disagree. I disagree with them, Prime. I 100% disagree with them. I'm on your side. When they say there's something wrong with you, I'm like, no, there is definitely something wrong with Prime. I'm an advocate. I will advocate for Prime.
Look. You have to understand. They don't want a white getting disability. Okay.
Oh, oh,
Now I could put on my tiny hat, but then I'm not
please don't get me
white.
banned off YouTube.
How can I get you banned? You want me to put my tiny hat on? I will. I will turn my fucking
A
camera
la
on and
Philippian,
put
damn
my
it,
tiny
please.
hat.
Do not mention the tiny hatters. I'm already on a few lists. Please, I want to live the rest of my
You know,
life
I have to go
peacefully.
see my rabbi next week in Charlotte. Okay, fuck you.
Shalom.
Shabbat shalom. All right, have a good one, everybody.
Are you still here with us,
Shabbat
Prime,
shalom.
Arnold?
Well, Prime can, I guess, go hide in his hidey hole.
By the way, these drawings, I'm bringing me down to Heroes Con.
Very nice.
The ones that don't get sold before that. There's a local New Jersey con that I want to attend in February. I have to contact them about a table, and I'm gonna see if I can sell some of these drawings there. And then if I don't sell, well, I'm probably gonna sell all of them because I have to get picture frames for them, and I only got a few picture frames, so whatever gets framed is getting sold.
Who's coming to Heroes Con besides you guys?
Well, I can't officially say who yet because nothing's been official. But I can only speak for myself. But yeah, I am. Once the table is finalized, I am gonna be officially headed to Heroes Con. So yeah.
I know, what was it? Rennie Draws is going to be there, right?
Yeah, Reno will be there. I'm sure Phil Diaz will be there. I'm sure that Jason from Unhinged, Jason Bascom, because he was there last year and I didn't get to meet him. I'm gonna try to meet him this year, but he was there last year, so I want to give him a shout out and meet with him there. Um, let's see. I'm sure that Mike Barron will be there because he was there last year. So I'm sure he'll be there this year. I don't know if Mike S. Miller will be there because I don't know if you guys heard, but he had a stroke.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it's kind of sad.
yeah. I mean, he's doing okay now, but yeah, um, the left side of his body paralyzed. I don't know if it's temporary, whatever, but you know, I don't know if he'll be at Heroes Con. He was here last year, but I don't know if he'll be this year. But for those that don't know, I will make sure that I have my camera ready in case any shenanigans happen. Because they tried last year. Some relevant parties tried to make drama last year of it, but we nipped it in the bud real fast.
Relevant parties? Aren't you exaggerating right now?
Well,
Because they are nothing
oh no,
but
I mean that's true. They are nothing now, but
irrelevant
yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
yeah. I'm being facetious, of course, but they tried and failed to start something last year, but it became content for my video, so it there's that for me at least.
Didn't they try to make their own convention a thing? I heard about something like meeting up at a casino with Fatso the Clown.
Yeah, so they're trying to do for the Fans Fest, but it's going to be at a casino, and they're going to crowdfund it, by the way.
Yeah, cool.
So I'm like, oh, good luck. I mean, if it works out for you.
Who will buy? Who will buy into that besides Down syndrome, Jay Barmer, and Robert Romano Nosferatu?
I mean, you're basically funding these guys to gamble. That's really what they're doing. You're paying them to gamble. So I'm not sure how much interaction you're going to have with them, but hey, good luck. It's y'all's money, so good luck.
Those guys are
But
stupid.
they ruined a good thing with this movement because some people were trying to do their own con and they didn't like that that was happening, and now they have an opportunity to make their own to do their official thing. And it's going to be at a casino, and not many people who call themselves comic book fans are going to be there because comic book fans don't spend money like that. I mean, conventions are expensive as it is, but ask them to go to a casino. I don't. It's not going to work out. But hey, good luck to them, I suppose.
I guess in the end, they are sitting there with 10, 15 guys. It's all that they have left.
And it's going to happen in October. That's the month of New York Comic Con. You know, so again, who's going to spend the money to do that?
Idiots.
Yeah, getting back to the green slime. Let's get back to the. I want to hear people in the okay. Those of you in the chat who have seen this movie, I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on the green slime? I've said my piece, but let me hear from you guys in the chat. What are your thoughts on the movie? Trying to decide if I should. No, 'cause I don't want to lose. Well, I mean, I don't know. Should I make the background black, or should I just keep it like white so it at least it keeps the alien the monsters more visible?
I would keep it white.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm leaning towards it. Comedy says it was fun and can't be to watch. And the case has dropped a link for Frog G in the service key by Jason Bascom and Inkspots. That's their Indiegogo in the chat. Here's my advice for those of you in the chat. Stay away from OnlyFans whores. They're not your friends. They just see you as cattle, and you're just setting yourself for fail. Have
Well,
respect for
that's a
yourself.
given.
Yeah, have respect for yourself. Don't be like a certain failed new CGer that failed heavily. It, you know.
Yeah, guys, and don't send dick pics to anybody ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
And brush your teeth. Dental hygiene is a very good way to meet nice ladies.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. I think I'm pretty much done with the drawing. Let me just show y'all how it looks. Let me just adjust the camera. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just name the drawing rather than stand it up. But actually, let me sign it first. Let me sign it first, and then I want to hear what y'all's thoughts are. I'll put it. Where can I put it? Right here, I guess. Today's the 26th, so
I wonder how these creatures eat.
it's a good question. They eat energy. They absorb the energy, and that's how they
Mhm.
stay energized. That was one of the that was one of the dilemmas with how to defeat them was because if you shoot at them, they kind of feed off the energy of the lasers.
Is it explained why they have so many eyes?
No, and honestly, like I didn't even know that detail about them until I saw my action figure. I'm like, wow, they have a lot of little eyes underneath them. But focus is only made on the one big eye, which is their weak spot when you want to kill them. But yeah, there it is. There's the drawing. Well, it says my hygiene is perfect. Floss my back hole daily. I definitely don't doubt that. Um, let's see. Do I want to stay up and gorge or sleep early? Says Wilred. Okay. Uh, yeah, it says brush your teeth even if you only have two. Monkey King's Lenny says helmet. Are helmets alluding to some blue frog? Yes. Yes. Okay, it says Elijah, draw Cthulhu next. The night is still young. Don't pretend like you have a job. We all know you were fired in Christmas. You know what? Why does he still have a wrench? Why do you still have a wrench, KSS? Why does he have a wrench? Helmet, can you ask me the question why he still has a wrench?
I'm not responsible.
Also, it's my fault. Also, you want to blame me? So you're gonna victim shame? Is that what you're trying to say?
Hey, I was away for several weeks. I didn't have a hand in that.
Yeah, I guess. I suppose.
But your drawing looks very good, and I think it will sell on Heroes Con or
I think of
whenever
the
you
drawings
do
that will
it.
sell. This will probably sell, and I know the Predator drawing will sell. So I think I'm gonna hold the Predator drawing and this drawing for Heroes Con because I know those will sell. But yeah,
Like
I
I
had
said,
fun drawing.
I think you would do a pretty good job with drawing the creature from the abyss from the Corman movie.
I probably will. I think I'll have fun drawing it. I think so. But yeah, I had fun drawing this. I like how this came out. I like the contour. I like the use of the inks and the detail with the monsters. This became more super detailed than I anticipated, but um, it was fun. I enjoyed it. And I know like when I was doing this section here, we were talking about Klaus Kinski, and then around here is when I started talking about the moon landing, and then when we got to like over here, we had a discussion on Avatar, and then on this section here, we're talking about aliens and Prometheus and the canon problem with aliens too and Hicks. It's funny because I recorded our conversation with the drawing. It's weird.
Wow, okay.
Monkey King says draw Nightbreed next. Damn it! I've been waiting for you to join you and talk about Nightbreed, aka Cabal. Oh, is that uh the Clive Barker movie?
Clive Barker?
Yeah. There were some interesting designs in that movie. I'll admit. Cthulhu was sells as KSS. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll draw Cthulhu. I'll have to get a Cthulhu picture or just no, not pic. No pictures because I don't want to. I don't want a copy picture. So I'm gonna look at a bunch of Cthulhu pictures and designs, and then pick one, and then pick a few, and then make my own rendering based on that. So I'll do that. Tommy, this is Duck Thulu. Tommy, you're still banned, Tommy. You're still banned. Anyway, it's 9:31. So we did this in 2 hours because I didn't start drawing until about 9:30. Stream started at 9. Had about 15 minutes of intros, and then had to talk about the movie a bit and introduce my good friend Mood of Hell after a long hiatus. Um,
Hello.
yes. So I think I'm gonna call it a stream here, so I can enjoy the rest of my night. But yeah, I appreciate everybody showing up. I appreciate the active chat. You guys were bringing the spears as usual, but I forgive you. I forgive every single one of you. Even Colors was somewhat restrained. Wait, did he just say he was going to do? You know, screw you, Colors. I didn't say that, Colors. Screw you. I don't trace. I can't believe I have to end on that note. She ruined it. She absolutely ruined it. Any last words, Mood of Hell?
It was a pleasure, like always, but I'm heading straight to the bed right now. It's 5:30 in the morning, and I need
Oh
to get
yes.
some hours in to
Yeah,
sleep.
absolutely, man. Thank you for coming on. I know that was we hours in the morning, but I appreciate that. Um, any
No
last
problem.
words?
When I
Yep.
wake, I'll be here, like I
Nice.
promised.
Yes. Any final words from you, Arnold?
Uh, sure. Don't get gassed by ice like Will Stancil.
KSS countdown. We're almost there, almost there. Fine, I'm leaving. Goodbye. Oh wait, I didn't even play that. No, I'll have to play it next time. But here's everybody's favorite intro. Goodbye.